I'm here with MC Lars and yourself, Captain
Cowboy
Coder.
Coder. Thank you, sir.
How are you guys?
Good. How you doing?
Good.
We made it. We did it. I have no voice, so
Yes.
you'll have to turn this loud in the mix. Hopefully it's separate tracks.
Yeah, and we'll explain. You've got a mask on because you've done a COVID test so you can get back home.
That's 100% true.
And I could well have COVID. So
Anyone could.
I don't plan on having
You've been
COVID.
talking to people all day, but you probably don't have it.
You never know. But yeah, you're here at Slam Dunk. How was today? How was yesterday?
So this guy produced my new album.
Yeah.
It's his first time here. I'm curious to hear his unique perspective.
But on the whole festival, the festival's been fantastic. I mean, everything that we've done has just been so surreal. The fans that were out were just the energy was just so amazing. It just really felt like a rock star lifestyle, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And for yourself, you're not just producing. You're coming
Yeah,
out with
I'm actually
some debut stuff, some solo stuff.
Yeah, we have an album. I have an album coming out. It's called Code Rage, and MC Lars helped me with it so much, and it's all about some really unique topics. It's about coding and the emotions that can go behind that, and different perspective on some really unique kind of technical topics.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like taking nerdcore and down the rabbit hole. You know?
And yeah, obviously yourself, you're releasing music as we speak, and we're going to play a track that you've got that has Wheatus on it.
Hey!
Tell us about that.
So during the pandemic, I made 2 records. I made my record with him, then he made his record with me. And so this song is based on a book called Infinite Jest by David Foster Wallace. But the chorus is, of course, Wheatus' big hit.
You can hear it. You know it's them. As soon as you press
Yeah.
play, you know that's coming.
Yeah, they were great to do it. And we played this song at this festival. It was cool. And also, we've been on tour with a band called Ruled by Raptors,
Yep.
who are from Newcastle. But how's it been for you? How do you stay passionate about this? And is it exhausting talking to bands all day after being home for 3 years?
No, it's you just keep going. You just keep going, and everything's new. So when you're talking to someone, there's always new stuff to talk about, and that's why you got to keep going. But yeah, so for you guys, obviously working together but on 2 separate projects, how do you know which track you're working on that day is going to be for which project?
Yeah, that's a great question because it kind of went a little bit serially. So we did Blockchain Planet was first, and then we did Code Rage kind of in between that. And I was also part of. He has a Lit Hop Academy, which is a really cool. It's his mentorship for musicians. And so we had sessions all along the way that he would give me ideas around music theory. What are the types of things that can really make music emote, give you an emotion to various songs and stuff.
Yeah.
And so he was such a great mentor, helping me form that album.
Thanks, Cowboy Coder. I mean, it's interesting, bands either created a ton of content during lockdown or they kind of gave up and took a break, which there's no right answer.
Yeah.
My wife and I had a son right at the beginning of the pandemic, so it was a nice escape from everything. So this tour has been cool because it's the first tour with a full band playing his songs, my songs. It's been cool. What's the best band you saw at Slam Dunk, or you've been here all day?
I haven't seen any music.
Oh my God!
I've been in here all day. Yeah, wow. Yeah. As soon as the gates open, I've come in here. But I'm hoping to catch Alexis on Fire. You've got Sum 41 later on.
Oof.
So, did you get to catch them yesterday?
Yes.
Were they good?
Lex on Fire was great. Sum 41's always great.
Yeah.
What's your favorite band of all time?
You can't throw that on me.
Enter Shikari.
So I've got so many, and it changes all the time. So
Take You Back Sunday.
Yeah.
No, what is yours? I'm trying to guess.
Oh, I don't know.
Do you know what mine is? Mine is Insane Clown Posse.
Okay.
What's yours?
What's yours?
MC Lars, of course.
I think
this is the time where I go MC Lars, isn't it? MC Lars.
No. I think the thing is also that we both love Rush so much because Rush is a lot of people either love or hate Rush, right?
Yeah.
Because they're really smart. Their politics are kind of they're just one of those bands that people either love or they're please never play Rush for me again. And when we realized we both love Rush, it was cool. That formed our friendship. I guess, you've talked to so many bands, you don't want to hurt anyone's feelings by saying you love. one
No,
band.
no, I know. But yeah, I can't. Someone's going to hear it and go, why isn't it me? I made the mistake. A few years ago, I interviewed Steel Panther. And they asked me what my favourite band was. And I said another band that wasn't Steel Panther. And they weren't too impressed. So I've learned not to ask the questions.
Steel Panther.
Steel Panther,
Yeah.
That's what's up. So what's your dream? Do you want to build your media and create a career with like YouTube engagement and monetization?
I'm happy where I am. I'm happy with what I'm doing. The more people who listen to these interviews, the happier I'm going to be. It's not about the money.
Because the real commodity is people's attention. And there's a moratorium on that because we're so inundated with content. And it's like the last 20 years, it's really changed, right?
Yeah.
With like everyone can do stuff and it's awesome. But that's cool. So where do you see yourself in 10 years? Do you want to hire people to produce interviews
doing
for
what
you?
I'm doing now. I'm happy where I am. Genuinely am.
That's what's up.
I mean, I'm doing this. I interview bands, meet bands all the time, and I do plugging on the side, and that gets me by.
Like radio plugging?
Yeah.
What is
So it works.
what is the formula for getting someone at Radio 1 to play the new the new Biffy Clyro? You take them for drinks or you email them? Like, what's the way you get? It has
It's
to
the
be a
relationship
label.
you built up beforehand with them.
Yeah.
You make sure you've got that relationship, and then you can go, I genuinely think this is good for you, and then they'll listen to it, and then they tell you yes or no. And if they say no, you kind of go down in their estimations because they only want to be sent stuff that they're going to play. And if they don't like it, they're going to say, you keep sending me rubbish.
How do you push to get them interested? You're like, they're going to debut it on your show on Radio 1, and it will look good for you because this band is so cool.
Yeah, it's difficult. It really is. For the national stations, it truly is difficult.
Because in England, it's unique because you have this monoculture of Radio 1,
Yeah.
which is like nowhere else. I guess Australia has Triple J.
Yeah.
So this is more like your passion, and the plugging is like, okay, interesting. You see the industry from two sides.
Yeah.
How do you stay in love with it, though?
How do I stay?
In love with music? Because I can tell you're passionate.
It's the new stuff. That's what I love is new stuff. If it's old, it's like the station, the show that I do is only new music. There's
Right.
nothing old on there at all.
That's
The
very
the
good.
show is only music I've been sent
Yeah.
that week. That's
Right.
how fresh it is, and
Right.
because there's always new stuff coming through,
Right.
it's great. And then when you get something like your latest track that's got Wheatus on it that you know is an old track but has
Right.
been refreshed and there's new stuff kind of
Yeah.
linked in, that's where you kind of get your interest in. But you can play me Iron Maiden or Metallica or something from years ago and I'm like, yeah, that's old, it's not fresh.
Right.
So interviewing new artists and then seeing them work their way
Yeah.
up. I mean, I've met bands who have been nobodies and I've been their first interview.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they're signed to a label and they're getting plays on Radio 1 and they're headlining festivals and stuff. So
Yeah.
And you get that 5%, son.
That's right. That's right.
it's like, for instance, Neck Deep today, they've kicked off, but 9 years ago they were nobodies and
Yeah.
they were new to the circuit. So when you get to interview them, you feel like you've had a positive impact on their careers because who knows, you never know. The interview you did could have
Yeah.
pushed them to that next level.
Yeah, we saw Little Lotus and Mom Jeans. Like I just love that they're like this fresh and upcoming.
Yeah.
You know, they've got so much energy behind them, and they're amazing to watch live.
That's
Both
it.
those two guys.
And
both
it's the
those
same
two
with
bands.
promoting. I want to be there at the start of their careers. I don't want to be promoting Sum 41 or Alexis on Fire.
Right.
They've done it. I want
Right.
to be promoting somebody at the start who then can push on to the next steps in their career.
That's really cool.
And I mean, I've worked with artists over the years doing exactly that, and they've gone on to sign for Island Records and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where my happiness comes. And if I've had a little impact on them,
If you can get on that, yeah.
That's where I'm happy.
That's cool.
So when you got married, how did you explain to your partner that your passion would give you long hours, take you away, you'd be traveling? Are they in the industry too? How's that been?
luckily, the majority of the stuff that I do is working from home. So when my partner comes home,
Yeah.
we can spend the time together. It's just the odd time, like today, I'm here all day, but tomorrow I'm working from home again. So yeah, majority of the stuff I do is work from home. I don't go to an office. It's only very rarely I go out, interview bands in an evening or come to a festival and stuff like that. So actually, it works quite nicely.
Yeah.
Can I ask you one last question? I feel like I'm interviewing you.
You are.
But you're a very intelligent person, and I appreciate this. How has TikTok changed the role of a radio plugger in 2022?
It's crazy.
That's a great question.
It's crazy, but I don't know much about the social media side because that's a completely different promotion avenue. You've got social media promoters who do all that side of thing, but you can see from a radio point of view how much of an influence TikTok has. It used to be YouTube, and you always had to put your stuff on YouTube, and then it went on to Instagram. Instagram was the place to be, and now it's on to TikTok. But something's going to happen in, I don't know, 2-3 years maybe, that's going to push TikTok out the way and bring something else in. But what that's going to be, we don't know. Probably the metaverse from Facebook. Yeah. That's going to be the next step.
Yeah. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What do you see with the merging of blockchain and music? Because that's like a concept that is dear to both of our hearts.
Blockchain is in
like that crypto
and NFTs
like and things like Gala Music, things that are coming out where it's like, I know NFTs get a bad rap.
Yeah, they do.
But I think they have the power to they have the ability to empower artists to control their own destiny. Yeah. And I wish that people could get that message instead of it's big tech, they're trying to, they're just going to make money off of you.
Yeah.
Where there's ways that you can do it where the artist and the distributors both, and it's a win-win situation for everyone, and artists can actually learn to have total control of their digital assets, which is like a cool concept, right?
Yeah, I don't understand the NFT thing.
Yeah.
I don't get that. I understand completely the crypto, and I think that is going to be a positive step forward. Right. I myself do have some cryptocurrency.
Yeah, very good. Very good.
In the hope that you never know where it's going to be, and you need to get it now in time, but you need to be prepared to lose it.
Right.
But yeah, for the NFT side of things, it hasn't clicked with me how that works yet. So,
right.
But how that's it's probably gonna work in the music side of things, where people can sell their music as on a blockchain as opposed to the way they do it at the moment.
And that's what I find fascinating. Like, I don't know if you're familiar with Gala Music, but they did a whole thing with Snoop Dogg. They sold NFTs, but the beauty of that is you're allowing now the distribution comes in, and if you own an NFT from Snoop Dogg, you'll make money as a node operator streaming that music. So it's a win for the artist, and it's a win for the distributor, and you're cutting out the middleman of, and that's part of the resistance of the industry, right?
I'm going to look this up. As soon as we're done, as soon as I'm back home, I'm looking this up.
Okay, fantastic.
I'm interested.
Yeah, it's fascinating. Look up Gala Music, Snoop Dogg, how they're doing it all.
Yeah.
It's a fascinating concept, and I'm really happy. I'm excited for artists because I think they can, forge their own destiny with this.
You need to push this out there.
Yes.
Get people to know.
Yes.
Let me know. Let everyone else know as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Do it in your music as well. That'll be a step. Yeah, I think so. Well, guys, it's been a pleasure having a chat.
Yeah,
As much as I wanted to interview you, it seemed like you've interviewed me at the end.
Well, we had a great time. It's a pleasure.
It was great. So thanks so much. And
support music.